it's Bethan again from Todos Teatro. Welcome to another Ninth Life Online Kids Club. So, you've made some puppets, you've made a jellyfish and a fish, you've done some underwater movement, and today we're going to learn how to bring your puppets to life. So if you've not yet made one of these puppets, or both of them, I recommend going and watching the first two videos and learning how to make these lovely puppets, and then come back and learn how to bring them to life, how to be a puppeteer with me. So, a puppet is something that's not real, and a puppeteer is someone who brings that puppet to life, who makes it look really real. So if you see my jellyfish, it is made of plastic and it doesn't look exactly like a real jellyfish. So we need to make it look real by the way that we move it. Okay, so here are my four golden rules that you need to know so that you can bring your lovely puppet to life. So we're going to start with the jellyfish, then we're going to do the same thing with the fish. So first one is you want to hold the puppet so that other people can see it. So can people see it if it's like this? No. Can they see it if it's like this? No. So you want to hold it with your two fingers like this, and it's a good idea to have some space between you and the puppet. And that way people can see the puppet, which is always good. So the second golden rule is that your puppet needs to move like the real thing. So I'm going to show you a clip of a jellyfish, and we're going to look how the jellyfish moves, how it swims in the sea. Okay, so as you can see, the jellyfish, did it move around like this, really fast? No, the jellyfish moves quite slowly, and it doesn't move in one smooth line. It sort of blobs up in bits, so it's like blob. So why don't you practice moving like a real jellyfish? Really good. And the fourth and last golden rule is you need to keep your eyes on the puppet. So when the puppet's moving, your eyes need to be following the puppet around the room, because that way the audience, the people who are watching you, will also be looking at the puppet. If you're looking at this and looking at the audience, then they'll look at you and they will look at the puppet. So let's try that with the puppet in front of you now. And the puppet can move up and down, and your eyes are following the puppet. Good, so we're going to put it all together with this sort of blobby movement we were looking at, and we're following it with our eyes, and we're holding it so we can see it. Very good. And the last thing is to always keep the puppet moving, because if it's like this, not moving, it doesn't really look very real because it's too still. So always keep it moving, even just a little bit. So moving like a real jellyfish, following it with our eyes, holding the puppet so we can see it, and always keep it moving, even if it's just a little bit. And that's the basics. So we've tried with our jellyfish. Now we can take our little fish puppet. So this is quite a small fish. So here's a clip of some little fish moving. Okay, so our puppet, it's got a little tail, it's got some fins. So we're holding it so we can see it. So you can try different things, but I'm going to try for now holding it with just the tips of my fingers, like I did the jellyfish. And the little fish does it like have quite a wriggly tail? Yeah, so I can try this. And its little tail is wriggling, which makes it move, and it can swim up, and it can swim down. And remember to always follow it with your eyes. and I've got a challenge for you. I want you to take your puppet and swim around the whole of your house, of your flat, in your garden. Pretend you're underwater and bring your puppets to life using my 4 golden rules, which is holding the puppet so we can see it, following the puppet with our eyes, moving like the real thing as much as we can, and always keep it moving just a little bit. So that's my challenge to you now. Swim around the house with your puppet and see if you can make anyone believe it's real.